Hi, I'm Kathleen Lemieux, and I'm often asked, is it time to outsource grant writing? So I would start with asking you some questions. And the first one is, do you have a requirement? Do you need money for a project or program, but your revenue just isn't coming in at the levels you're aiming for? If you have worthwhile projects, activities, or services to offer but don't know how to fund them outside of donations, grant writing is a viable option, and outsourcing a professional is relatively an easy and affordable route. Or you can consider hiring someone or using someone on staff. So, do you have someone on staff that can do it? Do you have someone on your team who can handle it? You'll need someone who knows how to write grants. What kinds of writers do you have, and how much time do they have available for the extra work it takes to write the grants? Even if you are fortunate enough to have an experienced writer on staff, they'll most likely not have enough time due to their other work obligations. It could be a good idea to let them focus on their responsibilities and use their skills to simply review the grant writer's work before it's submitted to the funder. Do you have time to supply a grant writer with information? It's wise to give the grant writer plenty of notice when asking them to write grants for your organization. And you'll need time to gather and provide them with all the supporting documents the funder will require. If you're hiring a grant writer for the first time, it's natural that it'll take them longer to write a grant for you as they're just learning about your organization. As time goes on, you'll find that they get faster and more efficient at writing the grants for you as they've learned about your mission, program, and services. If you give the grant writer enough notice, they will get your grant written in time for you to review and make any edits you would like before the grant deadline date. Keep in mind that your grant writer may be juggling the work of multiple clients, and although professional grant writers are used to this, give them ample notice if you want them to write as well a well thought out grant application for you. Writing grants takes time, and consider more will be needed if your grant writer wants to explore other grant prospects as well. Have your other revenue streams been drying out? Although some not-for-profits avoid grant writing as a revenue stream because it requires a significant amount of time, this may no longer be an option. Grant funds could be a source of revenue to explore instead of making a major investment in hiring a new staff member to write the grants. Is the grant writer you're hiring experienced and qualified? Check out who your grant writer has previously worked for and see if they have any testimonials on their website or on LinkedIn endorsing the grant writing work. You can ask your grant writer if they are a member of the Association of Fundraising Professionals. AFP members follow a code of ethics, and members promote high ethical behavior in the fundraising profession and act according to the highest goals and visions of the organizations they work for. Grant writers who are AFP members also define the nature and purpose of any contractual agreement from the beginning, ensuring that there are no surprises. Furthermore, they will sign a confidentiality agreement with your organization and will not share any privileged or sensitive information. They do not accept finder's fees or contingent fees, nor do they accept salary or grant writing contracts based on a proportion of the grant money. You may also determine if they are a CFRE, Certified Fundraising Expert. This accreditation is recognized all around the world and denotes a competent and ethical fundraiser. Can we afford it? How much do grant writers charge? Some organizations may be hesitant to hire a professional grant writer because of the cost, but in the long run, it may be more cost efficient for smaller, mid-sized, or even large organizations to hire a grant writer. Grant writers charge a wide variety of fees depending on their experience and success record. Some charge by the hour, some charge by the grant, and some charge by commission, which we do not recommend. Before proceeding, double check the credentials of the grant writer You must still pay them even if the grant's not funded. They should be able to provide you with a quote and an estimate of how long the grant will take to write ahead of time. When comparing contracting a grant writer to hiring employees, keep in mind that staff come with salary, benefits, paid vacation, and sick leave. Make a fair comparison. Make sure you consider all the expenditures. What types of grant opportunities are there out there? Well, there are provincial, municipal, federal, corporate, community foundations, family foundations. There are many types of grants to choose from. What are the benefits of hiring a professional grant writer? There are numerous reasons to hire a professional grant writer as a contractor to help your organization obtain the funds it requires. You may find yourself in need of some temporary assistance and wish to hire a grant writer to provide a service you don't require on a regular basis or that you don't have time to deal with during busier times. Professional grant writers are skilled, therefore there's no need to train staff. Hiring a grant writer will save your organization money in the long run because you won't have to pay for employee benefits, vacation pay, or utilize your time to onboard and manage staff. If you're interested in learning more, you can contact me at Kathleen@dogooders.ca, or you can book a meeting right on our website, dogooders.ca. Have a great day.